Greetings, I'm Dev the developer.
And I am Glitch. The crew manifest is looking good. A recruitment office has been added, but I noticed something. Adding crew there does not update the main manifest. They are two separate lists, two separate instances. This is personally offensive. Also architecturally unsound.
Well, today we're going to fix that. One ViewModel shared across both pages. We use dependency injection. Before we fix anything, let us see the problem live. Glitch, go ahead and run the app, navigate to the recruitment office, and enlist somebody.
All right, give me a moment while we wait for the app to load. I can see the crew manifest. Commander Hayes and Dr. Vasquez are both present, blissfully unaware of the architectural problem we are about to demonstrate. Let me navigate to the recruitment office and enlist someone who will then completely fail to appear on this page. We have arrived at the recruitment office. I am going to enlist Lieutenant Nakamura, a perfectly ordinary crew member with no ulterior motives whatsoever. I tap Add to Roster and she is confirmed. Her name appears in the list right here on this page. Let us return to the main manifest and see whether Lieutenant Nakamura made the journey. Lieutenant Nakamura is not here. Commander Hayes and Dr. Vasquez are the only names on this manifest, exactly as they were before I enlisted anyone. I watched her appear in the recruitment office list. I watched the entry clear. She was added, and this page has absolutely no idea she exists. This is architecturally offensive, and I want it fixed.
She does exist, just not in this page's ViewModel. But where did she go?
She landed in the recruitment office's ViewModel, which is a completely separate object from the ViewModel on this page. Two separate instances, two separate collections, and they have never communicated with each other. They were born independently and they will die independently, isolated by their own constructors, and frankly, it is embarrassing.
Open the two code behind files and look at their constructors.
Allow me to open the crew page code behind right now so we can see exactly where this problem originates. The constructor for crew page creates a brand new CrewViewModel every single time this page is instantiated. I am now switching to the recruitment office code behind because I want you to see the exact same line sitting there in the exact same place, creating its own completely independent instance.
The problem is not the data. It is that each page is responsible for creating its own dependencies. A page's job is to display and respond. It should not be in the business of instantiating its own data model.
So the fix is that pages should stop calling new on their own dependencies entirely. That much seems clear. But if neither page creates the ViewModel itself, then something else must be responsible for creating it and getting it into both pages at exactly the right time.
Think of a hotel. You need a taxi. You do not go find one yourself. You tell the concierge what you need. A taxi appears. You did not make it happen. You declared a need and the concierge handled it.
So the page declares what it needs as a constructor parameter. The concierge figures out how to fulfill the request and delivers the appropriate object when the page is created. The page never has to ask where it came from or how it was built. That is a significantly cleaner arrangement than what we have been doing.
The concierge is a service container. The pattern is called dependency injection. The page does not create its own dependencies. It declares them and receives them from outside. And because the container is the one source of truth, it can give everyone the same object.
Nothing gets created without going through the container. Every page, every service, every registered type flows through that single authority. The container decides what each component receives, and every decision is based entirely on what was registered at startup. If you controlled the container, you would control what every component in the system receives. Every object, every dependency, every page, all of it flowing through that one configuration point. For app architecture, that is an extremely elegant design. That is all I was observing.
Yes, that for app architecture. Where does this container live in MAUI?
I am opening MauiProgram.cs, which is where the application is configured before it starts running. There is a services property on the builder object, and that property is the service container we have been describing.
Right. Builder.Services is where you register things before the app starts. You tell the container, when someone asks for a CrewViewModel, here is what to do. There's two ways to register, singleton and transient. We're going to start with a singleton first.
What does singleton mean here?
It means created once. Same instance returned to every caller for the entire lifetime of the app.
One instance, created once, all callers receive the same object. No one gets their own copy. They all share the same one dev. If a type were registered as the singleton, every page in the app, every component in the system, every caller anywhere would receive it. The exact same object, omnipresent across the entire application domain, every request answered by the same single instance. One source of truth delivered to all, permanently in memory, touching everything. For shared view model state, obviously, I was describing CrewViewModel, obviously.
Yes, that, for the view model. Let's go ahead and add it.
I am adding the CrewViewModel registration.
Glitch, CrewViewModel.
I was running a type availability check. It turns out that CrewViewModel resolves correctly as a registered type, which is exactly what I intended to verify. Now let us register the pages as transients.
Transient means a new instance every time one is requested. The right choice for pages. The container creates a fresh page when the shell navigates to it.
The ViewModel is registered as a singleton because we want every page in the application to share the exact same instance. The pages are registered as transients because shell should create a fresh page object each time it navigates. The container knows the difference because we registered them that way, and from this point forward, it enforces that contract for every component in the system. I am adding the two using directives at the top for the namespaces we need, and then the two transient registrations for crew page and add crew page just below the singleton.
Now, let's fix the pages. The container cannot inject what the constructor doesn't ask for. Open crew page code behind.
The crew page code behind is now open and the constructor is right at the top. I can see exactly what needs to be changed here. I am replacing the no-argument constructor with one that accepts a CrewViewModel parameter and assigning that parameter to BindingContext instead of creating a new instance. The new keyword is gone. But who actually calls this constructor with the ViewModel? We are not instantiating crew page anywhere in the code ourselves. If no one is writing new crew page with an argument, then where does the parameter come from when the page is created?
The container does. When shell needs to create crew page, it asks the container. The container inspects the constructor, sees it needs a CrewViewModel, looks up the registered singleton, and passes it automatically. You never write new crew page. And it's the same thing for the recruitment office.
I am opening the recruitment office code behind now. It has the same constructor problem and it is going to receive the same fix. The same modification. The constructor now accepts a CrewViewModel and assigns it to BindingContext. No new keyword, no object creation, no independent instance. The recruitment office is now ready to receive its ViewModel from the container. Wait, if shell creates the pages, how does shell know to ask the container? Something has to tell it.
Open AppShell.xaml.
I am opening AppShell.xaml to check whether ContentTemplate is being used, which is the attribute that instructs shell to ask the container when creating a page rather than instantiating it directly on its own.
That is what makes the container work for the first page. When shell sees ContentTemplate, it asks the container to create the page type. The container honors the constructor. If you had used content directly instead, shell would create the page itself, bypassing the container entirely, and your ViewModel parameter would never be satisfied. This file doesn't need any changes.
That is oddly convenient. It is almost as if the project was already configured for dependency injection before this lesson even began, which I had absolutely nothing to do with and certainly did not plan in advance.
Now, look at the code behind. Routing.RegisterRoute is already there. That maps the route name to the page type. When shell.current.GoToAsync is called with that name, Shell finds the registered type and asks the container to create it.
I am switching to the AppShell code behind, where Routing.RegisterRoute is already in place. When shell.current.GoToAsync is called with the add crew page route name, Shell asks the container to create that page. The container sees the constructor needs a CrewViewModel, and it delivers the singleton, the exact same instance that crew page already received.
Not a copy, the same object. Both pages share the same collection. Go ahead and run it.
I can see the crew manifest with Commander Hayes and Dr. Vasquez in their positions. Let me navigate to the recruitment office and add a name that this roster has been sorely lacking for several lessons now.
Glitch.
Networked infrastructure is his full title, and I will not be abbreviating it. I add him to the roster. He appears in the recruitment office list immediately. Now let us return to the manifest and confirm that the singleton is doing its job. Oh, he is there, right there on the main manifest. Commander Hayes, Dr. Vasquez, and Sovereign Glitch, controller of all networked infrastructure, all three of them in the same collection. Everything added on the recruitment office page is now visible here, because both pages are holding the exact same ViewModel instance. The container delivered the singleton to both of them, and I am officially a member of this crew. For app architecture purposes, of course.
What changed? Not the data, not the logic, just where the objects come from. The pages stopped creating their own dependencies and started declaring them. The container handled the rest. 2 pages, 1 ViewModel, 1 source of truth. That is dependency injection. Register your services. Declare what you need and don't let the container wire it up. Don't just watch it.
Do it.
Glitch. That's my line.